All right, if you run a local business, you know the challenge all too well. You've got an amazing product, a fantastic service, but getting people to actually walk through your door, it can feel like you're just shouting into a digital hurricane. So how do you turn those footsteps just outside your shop into real paying customers? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
I mean, this really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How in the world do you cut through all that online noise and connect with the people who are, literally right around the corner from you?
So, before we jump into the really cool solutions, let's take a second to really define the problem here. We're talking about the local customer challenge. And this is such a frustrating reality for so many business owners. I mean, you've done everything right. You've got the perfect setup, the five-star service, products you know people would absolutely love if they just knew you existed. But that physical gap, the space between your front door and a potential customer walking by, it can feel like a mile wide.
Okay, but what if I told you that very location, the thing that feels like your biggest challenge, is actually your greatest hidden asset? Let's talk about how to unlock its incredible power. And here it is, the key to the whole thing, geomarketing. And look, this isn't some kind of science fiction stuff. It's a very real, very powerful strategy that uses the geographic data from our phones, from GPS and mobile networks, to get the perfect message to the right person at the exact right moment. And this is so much more than just some clever tech, right? It's about getting real results. Geomarketing is what makes your ads feel less like annoying interruptions and more like genuinely helpful suggestions. And that relevance, that's what boosts foot traffic and, most importantly, has a direct impact on your bottom line. Okay, so that all sounds great, but how do you actually do this stuff? Let's open up the geomarketing toolkit and look at the two main techniques you absolutely have to know. So on one hand, you've got geo-targeting. The best way to think about this is like casting a wide net. You're targeting people in a general area, like an entire city, a zip code, maybe a few miles around your business. It's awesome for broad awareness. But then on the other hand, you have geo-fencing. Now this is your laser pointer. It's super precise. You create a virtual boundary around a very specific spot. It could be your own store, a park across the street, or, get this, even your competitor's location. And that last part, that really shows you the power of this precision. Just stop and think about that for a second. With geofencing, you can send a really compelling offer to someone at the exact moment they're standing inside your competitor's store. I mean, come on, that is an absolute game changer. All right, so theory is one thing, but let's get practical. How does this stuff actually work in the real world? Let's walk through how you can put these ideas into practice step by step. Okay, let's start with a super simple geo-targeted ad, maybe on a platform like Facebook. It's actually a pretty straightforward process. First, you just tell Facebook your goal, in this case, getting more store traffic. Easy enough. Step 2, you pick your location, let's say a 1-mile radius around your shop. Then, step 3, you define your audience. And here's the cool part, you can tell it to only show the ad to people who are right there, right now. And finally, step 4, you launch it, you track it, and boom, you're officially a geo-marketer. Okay, that was geo-targeting. Now let's look at that super precise tool, geo-fencing, with a classic retail example. 10%. Now, just looking at it, it might not seem like a huge earth-shattering discount, right? But its real power isn't in the number itself. It's all about the timing. So imagine this, a customer, someone who has your store's app on their phone, walks into that virtual boundary you've set up around your building. The second they cross that line, their phone buzzes. And what is it? A 10% off coupon just for them right at that moment. That small, perfectly timed nudge can literally be the difference between them walking right on by or walking right in to make a purchase. Okay, it's pretty clear these tools are incredibly powerful. And that means we absolutely have to talk about using them the right way, ethically, because this is about more than just smarter marketing. It's about earning and keeping your customers' trust. I mean, it's the classic line, right? With great power comes great responsibility. And it's so true here. When you're using location data, you're handling someone's personal information. The entire strategy, all of it, hinges on one single thing, trust. If you break that trust, none of this works, period. So here's the bottom line, the absolute must-dos. First, you have to get user consent, no exceptions. Second, be totally transparent about how you're using their data. Third, and this is crucial, provide real, tangible value in return, like that perfectly timed coupon we talked about. And finally, of course, you have to comply with all the privacy regulations out there, like GDPR and CCPA. Honestly, this isn't just about good ethics, it's just plain smart business.
So there you have it. We've seen how geomarketing can turn something as simple as physical location into a massive business advantage. And the best part is, this technology is here, right now, and it's more accessible than it's ever been, which really just leaves one final question. Your next customer is literally just around the corner. So how will you connect with them?